Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome to Kdarrius Life Blessings and Lessons, where life is long and things are short. Today is the day the Lord has made, so let's rejoice and be glad in it. Today's story will be about my college experience. So let's get started. Without further ado, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn your post notification bells. Let's get started. So, first, let me start off. How y'all doing today? I'm blessed, and I hope y'all blessed too. You're better than good. You're better than okay. You're blessed. So I am Mr. Great. I am that Jesus Christ. So everything you saying I am, that's what you become. So change that negative into positive, and let's get it started. So this is how I ended up going to Lincoln Tech College, technical college. So in 2013, I ended up going back to Job Corps to get a trade in automotive. So I went, but the trade, was backed up, but they still let us observe it. So boom, I observed the trade, and it was putting in a little work. The teacher was telling us, you got to show me that you want to be in this class, put forth that effort. And if I see that put forth that effort that I'm looking for, boom, I'm going to accept you. Because he got tired of people coming in and out of there doing this, that, and the third, and not really taking care of their responsibilities. So boom, I was doing it. So at the time, they ended up taking us to collision repair, where we was in that class doing stuff in the midst of me waiting to go to automotive. So boom, so I was in there doing stuff that they had us to do, breaks and stuff, and learning what they was learning in the midst of it. So, and while I was there, I was, getting my life together with Christ and going to Bible study and everything, and was trying to stay focused and to achieve what I went there to achieve with no BS. And it was all going fine. So, boom, as I'm doing collision repair, the teacher was like, man, you should join us. You might as well. You already here. And I just, it just resonated with me, and I took heed to it. I said, okay, I might as well. I like taking things apart and putting it back together, and plus I'm already here. I've been here in this trade more than I was in automotive. So boom, I just took up collision repair. So as time goes on, like I said in the previous video, I was at Job Corps for 1 year and 3 months. The max is 2 years. So when it all boiled down, I was there for 9 months. So when I got kicked out or released from the program, is because I wasn't in collision. I wasn't in automotive to get the extension that they was gonna offer for that trade that I applied for. So I had to leave, and I cried. I didn't want to go because when I got the phone call, told me to come to the office, I'm thinking something bad had happened to my family or something. I wasn't thinking about the trade and anything. I was thinking about family. So when I got there, they was like, "Well, we gotta let you go because you didn't get the 2 year extension and such." And I understood that, but at the same time, I didn't want to leave. So, and I ended up going back to the classroom, and the teacher I had, Mr. Rodriguez, a humble, blessed dude, and he was dealing with cancer at the time. I don't know if he's still alive to this day. I don't know. If he is, God continue to bless him, helping him and his family. If not, God bless his soul, may rest in peace. I don't know. But this is the story that I have obtained and went through. So just bear with me until we get to the end of the story. So boom. So he was talking to me like, don't get discouraged, just keep going. I appreciate you for being here and doing what you're supposed to do and enlightening me, But at the same time, back in my head, I didn't want to leave. I was butthurt. So, boom. So I went back home. So it was in 2013. So I ended up getting an apartment and dating this female that had a child. And I wanted to go back to college. Well, before I left, let me go back. Before I left, the instructor for collision repair was asking me, so what are you going to do? What you going to do when you leave here? And as I'm sitting there, I'm visualizing in my head that I'm going back to college to finish this. And I told him that, I said, I'm going to go back to college and finish it. And in my mind, I wanted to go to Northwest Community College in Mississippi. And the program for collision repair for 2 years, I said to myself, okay, I don't have no baton on my hands, so, I'm going to just go and do that 2 years, learn all I can learn, and get it done, get it over with. And after I told him that, I ended up leaving like a couple days after. So, boom, back to the topic. So, like I said, I ended up meeting this chick working at this place, and she had a child and everything, and I'm, learning that, and I had proposed to her and everything, and boom, trying to work and, do what I need to do to maintain my stability, my foundation. And like I said, I wanted to go to Northwest, so I ended up doing the paperwork and everything, but I never sent it in. So after all the job was crumbling and everything, I ended up moving up here to Chattanooga in 2014. In February, so-called Valentine weekend, Valentine every day. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, I ended up moving up here that following weekend after the job I had in Mississippi went bust. But it was a testimony itself. I'll get to that in another video sooner or later. So boom, I ended up moving up here. I ended up working at Amazon. So that was in 2014. So as me working in 2014 at Amazon picking, I had no other choice but to think positive and to manifest on what I wanted to do in college. That's what my mind was focused on. I already knew, you know what I'm saying, preparing myself each and every day to go on Amazon and do what I had to do as picking. That was already set before I left the house. In the midst of it, it was what I was doing in the midst of it to better myself and other people and to manifest. Boom. So from 2014 to 2016 when I went to college, I was working at Amazon, manifesting every day how I was going to act, how I was going to dress, how I was going to talk, how I was going to study, how I was going to pray, how I was going to do my work, how I was going to stay focused, and everything. I had my mindset to sit in front of the classroom. In every classroom, I put in the negativity of dealing with other people regardless of their race, and I put in I put it all in the manifestation because I knew I was going to get in trouble with people. And I knew, you know what I'm saying, negative and adversity was going to be there. And plus, it never fails throughout life. And, you know what I'm saying, as I've been experiencing, regardless if you doing, you know what I'm saying, right or wrong, when you try your best to do good, something bad always try to come up to destroy what you're trying to do good. So, boom, I put all that into manifestation. So, boom. So, the day I got accepted, well, when I did all the paperwork for Lincoln Tech, I talked to the recruiter and everything, and did my paperwork and sent it off and paid everything I needed to pay. So boom, it was in December 2015. So I'll take this back. It was in November around Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving every day too. You're thankful to be alive. You got food on your table, roof over your head, life and blood and breath and water. That's Thanksgiving. So boom, that weekend I was coming from Mississippi. And I had this Volkswagen Passat. And as I'm coming back through Corinth, it was a woman, tire came off her car. And as I'm driving, I was like, well, it's cars behind me and cars on the side of me. And I don't want to just stop in the road. I'm going to get hit. Or if I veer over, I'm going to get hit. So the tire coming through the center of the lane, the turning lane, it's going as fast as she going. So I was like, well, if I get over in the turning lane, I'm going to hit it. So I'm like, oh, well, I just said, Lord, I'm just keep straight. So the tire rolling, I'm talking about going full speed ahead. And I'm like, well, it's going to veer over, you know what I'm saying? It's going to stay in the turning lane. So I'm still driving, normal speed limit. And before I know it, the tire hit my car, the front, boom, bust my airbags on the side and everything. And all I could hear was just ringing. So boom, I stopped in the middle of the road. They did all this, that, and the third. So boom, we got the car towed to this record place. And he taxed me for no reason, just to take it to the place. The only thing he had to do was move it on the side of the road. And the police was being dicks and rude about the whole situation and everything, acting nonchalant. So I had to pay like $100 to do all that. Then my sister and my sister were giving me problem because my mom was asking, it's like unnecessary questions and everything. And my sister was being so over defensive for no reason. So boom, after all that, I ended up put the spare tire on. They would drive back to Chattanooga. So when I got to Chattanooga, like a couple of days after that, boom, I got the phone. I was finna go to the store. It was raining outside. It was dark, and I was finna go to Dollar Tree. And I was finna go to Dollar Tree, and the Lord said, no. He was telling me, no, don't go. No, don't go. Don't go. So soon as I finna get up and go, my recruiter called me. And he was telling me, he's like, congratulations, Kdarrius, you got accepted to college. I was like, for real? He's like, yes, you did. You passed the test, such. And as he talking to me, I'm saying, thank you, Jesus, for that blessing. And I was like, he's like, you made a 17 on it. And I was like, what was the highest score? And he was like, a 20. Now, keep in mind, from 2013 up to 2015, I really didn't pick up no books besides like a month after I got out of Job Corps. The books that they had for us to do that I had took. So, boom, other than that, I didn't pick up no book or nothing, and you know what I'm saying? And it was all general knowledge stuff. But the Holy Spirit helped me pass that test because I asked for that help. I skipped some answers when I took the test, and I came back to the ones that I did skip, and the ones I thought I had got wrong, I changed my answer. And like I said in the previous video, you got 4 answers. I did the same process. I read the question, eliminated the 2 answers that didn't make sense, and the 2 answers I had left, I put it into that question, and that's how I got my answer. And boom. And we had like, I think like 30 minutes or 5-10 minutes. It was a short period of time we had to take the test. And I got up to like 32 or 35 questions. It was like 50 on there. So boom. So like I said, when he called, he said, you made a 17. I was like, boom, what's the highest you can make? And he was like, a 20. So keep in mind, like I said, it wasn't me. It was God who done it through the Holy Spirit. I asked and he applied and it came to pass. So boom. So I got it. I got accepted that day. So I said, okay, got to talking to him. So I was going to the store. I left, go to Dollar Tree. They was closing at 9 o'clock. It was like at 8 something. So boom. I'm driving, no seatbelt on. Listen to my little rap music, speed in the rain, jamming, and I'm very, very, very excited. I'm very excited. Like I said, the whole time, Lord telling me, no, don't go. So boom, as I'm going down the road, I know I'm going about 40 in a 35 when it's raining. And as I'm getting ready to come around the curve, I can see lights coming. So as I see lights coming, I slowed down a little bit and went around the corner. But at the same time, I was in the middle of the lane. It was 2-lane narrow road. And I'm in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, as I'm coming around the corner, I can see these headlights. So boom, as I'm coming around the corner, it was a burgundy Saturn. And they was coming towards me, and I was going toward them, and I veered over back into my lane. And so as I'm veering over back in my lane, they came on past me. Went around the corner and gone. So boom, in the midst of it, I'm going straight, and it was this end bank on the side of the road. And it was big ditch, but it was big ditch. But before you get to like the side of the road, it was, you know what I'm saying, a end bank. So I was like, I knew it was over with. And I just said, well, it is what it is. And I closed my eyes, I paused for a minute, and I said, Lord, take control of the wheel. And the Lord turned the wheel. I'm talking about, it was like he was sitting in my backseat the whole time I left. Like I just felt it. And he had blessed me enough to just turn the wheel enough for me to turn it so well the car wouldn't go straight in the end bank. So it hit the top of it, the right front tire hit the top of the end bank, and the car went straight in the air. So keep in mind, I didn't have no seatbelt on, no nothing. So I'm holding on to the steering wheel. I'm standing up in the car, head up in the ceiling. When I hit the top of the end bank, whatever was in my car, it went everywhere. Everywhere. My phone, everything went everywhere. And when the car went up in the air, it came down and it spent around like 3 or 4 times. And I was just sitting there holding the steering wheel like, dang, I almost just lost my life. And boom, I was just sitting there. And it was raining still, sprinkling, raining, a little cold. I'm like, man, I can't believe this happened. So I'm looking, you know what I'm saying, looking around the car, I see everything everywhere. And the only thing I came out with was a cut on my pinky finger. I don't know if y'all can see it. But that little cut right there, that's the only thing I came out with on my body. But it was bleeding like it was like I had got cut with a knife or something. It was bleeding bad. Don't know how I got that cut, but all I can say, the Lord, grace and mercy and favor and blood is upon my life then and now and forevermore, just as well as you. So boom, when that happened, the same car that was on the road, they came back and they asked me, was I all right? Now keep in mind, like I said, I was at home. Well, I didn't tell you. I was at home by myself when I left. And so my parents and my family, they was going to Mississippi. They had just left like some hours before this happened. So if anything, like if I would have died or anything, nobody would have knew. Because my phone had a lock on it, I think. And they didn't want to go know how to get into it. I didn't know where it was. Because like I said, whatever was in my car, it went everywhere. So boom. So was sitting there and they came. I got a tow truck and got it back to the house. So boom. I didn't drive for 3 days after that. So boom, that was in December when this wreck happened. So boom, January come around, I'm sitting at home doing, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. I went to college in February 2nd of 2016. So boom, get to college, and they introducing us to everybody in the classroom. So everybody. So it was like all the groups went on the first day, and all the groups, and they separated us from each class. We had 6 people. I had 6 people in my class, including me. And it's not being racist or anything. It was all white people and one me. You know what I'm saying? And collision. Everybody else was in automotive and diesel and weld and everything else. It was just 6 people in my class. 6 people. So boom, that was a plus right there. So boom, like I said, everything I was manifesting in Amazon, it had started as soon as I got there. So boom, like I said, I ironed my clothes every day. We had to tuck our shirt in anyway. Had my shirt tucked in. I had my shirt buttoned up all the way to the top. Like I sat in the front of the classroom, each and every classroom I went in, and I didn't get no problem from the other. Well, I didn't get no problem from teachers because they seen my anticipation. They seen that I was here ready because they were saying at the same time how they wanted people to do this, that, and the third because they've been teaching so long, they done seen so many people come and go, they were just being straightforward with us. And what they didn't know, that I was already equipped. I was just, ready to get it started. So boom, I didn't really get no BS from teachers. They gave me the honor and the praise because, I put forth that effort, what they were looking for with no problem. I came in, did my work. I didn't get them no problem. I ain't met with nobody or nothing. So boom, as time goes on, living in these dorms, I was staying off campus. So boom, the guys that I was with, they was giving me problem, line, this, and the third. So the first apartment I was in, it was me, a white guy, and two Mexicans. A brand new apartment in this apartment complex. I was the first one there. I picked out my bed in the room. It was two bedroom apartment. It was a bedroom that had the master bed in with the bathroom in, and the other one had the bathroom outside. So boom, I had picked the one with the bathroom on the outside. It was me and the white dude, and the two Mexicans in the other room. And I had seen them. I seen the white dude and his parents, and I seen the Mexicans and their people. And I left, and I was working at Amazon for that month of January and February in Murfreesboro at the time. So boom. So I went to work after that first day of seeing them. So boom, we had this manager that was over the dorm housing or whatever. And he was giving me problems from day one. He was telling me I got to clean up after other people. If somebody mess up, it's all our fault, this, that, and the third. I'm saying in the back of my head, dude, what is your problem? I didn't sign my name for Dick, John, Tame, and Harry. I signed my name. So if anything happen, it's on me that what I mess up, not them. So he was saying all this garbage and nonsense. So boom, like I said, once I got to the apartment, I'm talking about, bro, they had garbage piled up to the ceiling. Like, that's how bad it was. They ain't want to clean their dishes up and everything. So we get them evaluations, like, I think every week or whatever. And at the same time, he wasn't saying none of them. He was blaming me. Every time, blame me. And I kept telling them, like, bro, I'm not responsible for them. I read the handbook and everything. It told you, you're not responsible for this person, that person. Whoever did it, that's what they're responsible for. They were telling you don't sleep on the couch, this, that, and the third. Everything. Everything that the dang on book was saying, they were doing the opposite. So, boom. So I kept doing what I was doing my own thing, clean up after myself and nobody else. And they didn't like that. So they was giving me problems. So I was calling the people over the apartments to let them know. Because I was going to them and telling them, bro, I was like, bro, it's not my responsibility to clean about nobody else. I didn't do it. I'm not finna do it. So quit giving me these problems. He didn't want to hear. He kept giving me problems. Mistake number one. So boom, like I said, I'm calling the people at the apartment complex, letting them know. And man, look, excuse me. I said, hey man, I don't mean no harm, disrespect, anything, but I've talked to these people at the over the apartment house, and they giving me problems, this, that, and the third, and talking about I gotta clean up after everybody, this, that, third, when I'm not. And so I had to call them. So one day he called me like, man, you can't be talking to them, man. You can't be calling them, for you gonna get us kicked out. I'm saying in my head, well, you need to talk to these folks. So boom. One day he came to the apartment after he did the evaluation, and he was talking. It was all in there. He was doing all hooping and hollering and talking. So I finally spoke to him and said something. I said, bro, for one, I'm not their daddy. I'm not responsible for them. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna clean about them. He said, I'm not their dad neither. I'm not finna. I said, ain't you the manager? So manage. So he didn't say nothing. It shut him up. And he got to talk crazy and walked out. So boom. I end up moving to another apartment in the same complex with some other folk that was already there in the program taking up different trades. So boom, it was me, another black guy. I think he was like, he was black, but he was like, I think African or Nigeria or something. But he was black, and we had two white guys. Boom. So I'm in there, you know what I'm saying? It was one white guy because he had the room to himself. I don't know what was going on there. He was doing his own thing, acting ignorant. And the other dude, he was pretty cool that I was roommate with and everything. I made my bed up. I cleaned my side up. Boom, I was doing my thing. The same problem went on in the first apartment going on in the second. I called the folks again, and I called him. You know what I'm saying? Boom. It kept going on. So, boom, he lied or whatever, telling me that, you know what I'm saying, they're going to shut the dorm down over here, and we got to move. The whole time he was lying. So, boom. So, I ended up moving to a whole other complex in a whole different area in Nashville. So, boom. So, it was Hendersonville where I moved to. Hendersonville. Yeah, that's where I moved to. So I moved to a whole new apartment complex that they had just remodeled. New appliances and everything. brand new, nobody stay, you know what I'm saying, fresh. So boom, like I said, I was the first one there. Picked my room out and everything. So boom, same problem with these guys. It was me and the rest of them white. Like I said, it wasn't none racist. It was just stuff that they done. It wasn't me. I was protecting myself. And I knew I was going to get into trouble. Like I said, I put it into manifestation. I knew this stuff was going to happen. I just didn't know how. But I knew it was going to happen. So boom, they was being ignorant. One guy lied on me, talking about I was threatening him. He was scared of me, this, that, and the third. It was a lie. And then one dude talking about he was sleeping in his car because he was scared of me. That was a lie. One dude lied on me, talking about he I talked bad to him or did something to him over the heat, which was a lie. And one guy, you know what I'm saying, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was giving me problems for what reason I don't know. And he was talking regular, this, that, and the third. So I was in the kitchen or whatever. And I was fixing me a sandwich. And the whole time he was talking, you know what I'm saying, I'm just letting him talk. So he came downstairs. So keep in mind, I'm making a sound, making a sound when I had the knife in my hand, but I put it in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't going to, you know what I'm saying, use it. But when he came downstairs and he pushed me, you know what I did? I didn't know it was done. Keep in mind, the Lord was telling me, don't, you know what I'm saying, don't react, don't do nothing. But at the same time, like when he pushed me, everything just went out the window. So I pulled a knife out and I told him, I said, look here, you ever put your hands on me again, I'm going to F your life up. And left it at that. I didn't, you know what I'm saying, have it pointed directly at him. I had it in the air and I was letting him know, you know what I'm saying, you put your hands on me again, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to mess your life up. And he, you know what I'm saying all this racist stuff and went on back upstairs. And I gave him some more racist slurs what he was giving me, you know what I'm saying, left it at that. So boom, time goes on. I'm doing my thing in college, you know what I'm saying, making good grades and everything. So one day, I was sitting outside in front of the White House, the building where they do the financial stuff, they call it the White House, sitting up there. And I'm watching him, and I see him coming out the building where the classes be. And when he seen me, his whole expression and attitude just changed. So he walked up to the building and went into the office where the dude was. And come to find out, he was in that line. So I'm sitting, like I said, I'm sitting in front of the White House. I was talking to my auntie. God bless her soul, may she rest in peace at the time. I was talking to her. And boom, I just had this feeling. So boom, I got on the phone with her. This dude, the manager over the house, and calling me. I'm talking about talking regulars on the phone, hollering everything. The whole time I'm sitting in front of the building. And he gonna come tell me. So as I go walking there, you know what I'm saying, going to office, whatever. He telling me that the dude telling me that I pulled a knife on him, this, that, and the third. I put up to his neck and this, that, and the third, which he was lying. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So I'm in there talking to these people, and the dude trying to sit here and lie on me and everything. I'm sitting in front of him in the office. It's me and the dude facing each other while the dude sitting in his desk. And I'm sitting there telling him exactly everything that went happen. The dude eye was so red and full of water like his whole life was about to crumble. And the dude couldn't say nothing. He didn't say a word. I mean, not nothing, because I was telling him the truth of everything was going on. And the Lord protected me then. You know what I'm saying? I had to just deliver my part. So boom, after that happened, I left. And boom, I had to move to a whole nother dorm. Like up the street around the corner from the other dorm I was in after all that stuff happened. So boom, I get there, and like I said, the white guys, they had one guy that was staying there. His name wasn't no one on the lease that we signed the paperwork. They just had him staying there. He was going to college too, but his name wasn't on the lease. And they were saying the paperwork, if you're not on the lease, you can't stay there. So they were messing with my food and everything. And I told, before I got there, you know what I'm saying, they was trying to give me their food. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you need anything, hey, we here, man, you can get it. What's ours is yours. Being that friendly, you know what I'm saying? But knowing who I am and what the Lord, how he's equipping me, I'm paying attention to it. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, down. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm accepting. I said, okay, yeah, cool, appreciate it. But the whole time, they don't know, you know what I'm saying, who I am and how I'm equipped. So, boom. So I buy food for myself. You know what I'm saying? They messing with my stuff, so I affront them about it. They get mad, this, that, and the third. So you know what I did? I called the office, and I told them, I said, hey, we got some guy that's up here that don't supposed to be in this apartment. He touching my stuff now. It's going to be a problem if y'all don't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't buying for them. I bought it for me. I don't care what's in this refrigerator. It's mine is mine. You know what I'm saying? So boom, they got rid of him, so they got mad at me, this, and the third. And they end up moving a new guy in. New white guy, he cool as fan. I was talking to him as the Lord blessed me to talk to him, and I ended up talking to his dad on the phone. And his dad, and when I got to, you know what I'm saying, talking to his dad in the midst of his dad, was like, you know what I'm saying, telling him about my life experience in a short period of form. And he was like, man, I like the way you talk. I like the way you know what I'm saying, how you know, carrying yourself. And I'm glad you know what I'm saying, got the Lord in your life. Is there anything I can do for you? Anything you need? In the back of my head, I'm saying in my head, man, I need some money. But you know what I'm saying, I knew, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't going to be able, you know what I'm saying, provide that for me. Because me thinking, you know what I'm saying, he thinking about something small, I'm thinking about something big. So I was like, no, I got everything for right now, but I appreciate it though. And like, if you need anything, just call me, let me know, man. The son right there, he got my number. Hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying, take care. And you know what I'm saying, keep doing what you're doing. So boom. So after that conversation, and I was he, you know what I'm saying, I got to talking to him more about, he was telling me more about, okay, what he went through, you know what I'm saying, since he was in the program dealing with other people. And come to find out, he had the same problem with the same dude. The dude lied on him for nothing. And when he told me that, I had told him the story of what happened between me and that dude, the same dude. Like, I'm just like, it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? So boom. So I end up had to leave because my contract lease was up, you know what I'm saying? And I had 1 month left of school. So I had a job working at Avis Budget Group, and you know what I'm saying, at the airport, cleaning cars or whatever. So boom, I had the money, but I didn't have enough. I know I wasn't gonna have enough to get, you know what I'm saying, to keep an apartment, or get an apartment or to get a hotel every week. It was, you know what I'm saying. So because I was making like, I think like 10 or $12 at the time. So boom. So you know what I'm saying, I had the money, I just didn't know what to do. So them after that, all that stuff happened with that guy or whatever. So I was praying and asking. I said, Lord, I need somewhere to stay. Help me figure this out, what I'm going to do. So I was reading that word. Asking, I said, Lord, what do I need to do? What I need to do? Who I need to talk to for me to receive this blessing, Lord? Whatever I got to do, Lord, help me. So in the midst of them 3 days, it was new people enrolling. So I'm sitting in my car at school, and the Lord said, go talk to them people up there. And I was saying to myself, well, Lord, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? The Lord was telling me through the Spirit, don't worry about what to say. Just go. I said, okay. So, boom, I built up my courage and went to go talk to him. And as I went up there, it was a guy and his parents, his mom, his sister, and his grandma was outside. And, boom, that was the first guy I was talking to. So, boom, talked to him, went inside, and I was looking for whoever was over the dorm that I need to talk to so I can, you know what I'm saying, apply for it. So I can, you know what I'm saying, have somewhere to stay. So, boom, as I'm talking to the guy that was the assistant, he was talking to and telling me, you know what I'm saying, the woman went in, but he'll give her my information and everything. So, boom, I said, okay. So, before I left, the Lord told me, no, don't leave yet. Go in that room and talk to these people. And I said, okay. So I went in the room and I sat down and I introduced myself and I was talking to him as the Lord allowed me to talk to him. And it was white, black, Mexicans, everybody was in there. You know what I'm saying? They parents and them too. You know what I'm saying? And some of their family members. So boom, I'm talking to them and telling them what the Lord had me to tell them, bro. Everybody's in there. I'm talking about was speechless. Half of them, their parents were crying. Some of the kids were crying, not like boo crying, but you know what I'm saying? Had tears run down their eyes, like, because you know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord had me do. So I did. I didn't understand what was going on. I just said, okay, Lord, and being obedient. Obedience is better than sacrifice. So boom, as I did that, bam. So as I'm leaving, he gave me the information to the guy that was over the whole financial stuff or whatever. So boom. So I went to go talk to him. So he was in the White House. I went to go talk to him. And then I'm talking to him. The Lord said, go get him that booklet that I told you to write, which was the Lion King booklet in my first video. So boom, I said, okay. Didn't understand what was going on. So boom, I handed it to him. And as I, you know what I'm saying, handed it to him, you know what I'm saying, he read it or whatever. And he make a phone call, this, that, they're looking at the computer. He was like, well, since you got you know what I'm saying, a month left in school, you got good grades, ain't no reason for me to just, you know what I'm saying, not help or do anything such, because you're a good student, you only got a month left. And he said, only thing I need for you to do is to mentor this student. He, you know what I'm saying, he have no parents, he's an orphanage, and he all alone, and boom, boom, bam. And I said, okay, I can do that. Yes, I said, I do it. Yeah, no problem. And I said, that's what I'm here for. That's what the Lord got me here for. So, boom, when I seen him walking with the guy, I was like, I already talked to him, which I did. I had ended up talking to this guy that he was talking about like 2 days before it, 3 days before it happened in the cafeteria that morning. And I was like, bam. I was like, I already talked to him. I was like, that's how good God is. I had already talked to him before I even met this guy, you know what I'm saying, and them. So, bam. So bam, that happened. So they end up waiving the fee to me to get in the dorm. I got free food. I got 10 free meals a week for free. They waived all of that. Now, only thing I had to do, like I said, mentor that dude. But I had already, like I said, I already talked to him before that even happened. So, bam. So, after that happened, I ended up, graduating on time. Oh, let me, before I get to that point. So, boom. So, I was passing tests, and I was flunking some tests. I passed a few, I failed a few final tests, but I was still able to keep all my A's like I had manifested. I did my part. And the last class I had was custom paints. Custom paints, and he was telling us it's extremely hard because it's dealing with numbers and names and paint codes, and everything. So, boom, that was the biggest part about it. So I was like, okay. So one day, we had to take a finals for it, and we had went over the finals and everything. And I had recorded it, so so I wouldn't have to really just open up my book and study it, because we had already went over the test. So I was going to use the recording that we took over the test. So me not paying attention, I'm going through my phone, and everything that was in my archives that was still up, I was, deleting it. And I end up deleting the freaking test review. I was like, dang it. So now I got to study even harder. So I prayed, I studied, I chilled. You know what I'm saying? Well, I prayed, I studied, I prayed again, and I chilled, and it just kept my mind focused on what I had studied, and then let it be. So I got to take the test, you know what I'm saying? And I remember some of the stuff that, that was going on, and I end up feeling it, like I end up making a low F, like a 60 or something, like that. And boom. And I'm like, I was devastated. I'm like, man, it's going to drop my A down to a B, which it did. And how good God is, he came in with another blessing. The teacher, he blessed me with 2 extra points for me to keep my A average. And he didn't have to do that. And he said, the reason why I done it, because you're a good student. I like how you work. I like how you operate, man. You come in, do your business. You gave it all you got, and you ain't get no problem. And this, then the third. And I was like, man, I thank you for that, bro. I was like, man, he said, man, you ain't got to thank me, man. He said, you deserve it, bro. Look what everything you done. Just then the third. So, boom. I ended up graduating on time. And the dude that I had got into it with, when we had to go to the practices for the graduation and everything, I looked him in his eyes like he was a dog on the ground dead. Like, I was looking at him like, yeah, don't you see all this stuff you did? I'm still graduating on time. You hear? We're all age. You hear me? Like, I'm saying it in my head while I'm looking him dead in his eye. He couldn't look at me at all. He put his head down. And boom, we did the graduation and everything. And here I am today to give you the testimony, bro. You're going to go through trial, tribulation, and tests to have a testimony. You're going to go through adversity, but you got to have your mindset to do it before it happens. And you got to have the Lord on your side. You need him each and every day. Without him, you can do nothing. So with God, you can do all things. With man, it's impossible. With God, all things are possible. That word is true. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the color of your skin or your age. It's your heart and mind that count. That's what God see. So when a person say they grown, they cut themselves off their own supply of learning, listening, doing, being, and going, and having, and giving what God got for you. Can't nobody stop what God got for you but you. And you gotta apply yourself. You can't do what you did in high school. You can't do what you did in junior high. You gotta change your whole mindset, your whole mentality, your gratitude, your attitude, your love, your energy. Everything gotta change for everything to change. If you want better, you gotta do better. You want change, you gotta make a change. It's